What's up, folks? It's Sunday, April 18th, 2021, 6:30 p.m., 58 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 Celsius. And in this live stream, I'm going to be exploring Queens around Jackson Heights. Maybe we'll wander into Elmhurst and Woodside. But we'll see where our journeys will take us. I can cover some ground today because I brought my electric scooter with me, and I'm well prepared to move around today. So I think this will be a fun live stream. Let's see what people are up on Sunday nights. I'm also equipped for safety because helmets, eyeglass mirror, reflective vest. I think I'm good. So this is the Jackson Heights shopping center. I don't think I've been to this shopping center too often during my live streams, but we've got JJ Garden, Subway, Cards and Lotto. Pretty quiet Sunday night at this shopping area. Also, the parking lot is not really too full. Modell's sporting goods store is closed. Stand-up MRI. That's pretty neat. I hear crickets. You love the safety precautions. It helps a lot just having a reflective vest. Now I look like a delivery driver rather than a YouTuber right now. Food marketplace. The famous Canal Patisserie. I think that's how someone said it was pronounced. There's an extra emphasis on the last two E's. I love the almond croissants from this bakery. Pretty quiet Sunday evening. Barnabas Popus saying, "You bet that JJ Garden's a low-key epic spot." I've been there a few times. They're pretty good. Haven't been there in a while. Well, out and about with yours truly, Lizzo C. Looks like I'm in disguise. You know, it's funny because a lot of times I was riding my bike with the reflective vest, and just with that, I go into a store to like wait for my friend or whatever, and then the person at the front was like, "Hey, who ordered food?" They already have like that assumption that you're a delivery person. But it's all about the all about the clothing, I guess. And I also saw someone was able to get into like amusement parks for free because all they did was wear a blue suit and go in with an empty clipboard. They thought they were a contractor or something. But I do not recommend doing that, ripping off the amusement parks. But it's just funny how people automatically assume you're a delivery person. Oh, you're a contractor just by the way you dress. But you can never assume anything. I heard a story one time of this car dealership in Florida. They were like shooing away this person in raggedy clothing and like really undone hair. It turned out that person was like a multi-millionaire and went to another car dealership. They bought up all the cars in that car dealership and didn't shop at the initial one who shooed them away. So never assume. Kevin Wu Sandy saying, "I'm near you." AO saying there's robbery incidents, pretending like contracted too. Well, there's this scam that's going on where people pretend to be like the electricity company around here, and they say, oh, I'm from Con Edison or whatever, and you let them in your house and then they just burglarize your place and hold you up. So don't let anybody into your house unless you know them. Appearances aren't always everything. That's correct, Michael French McGraw. Apart from this shopping center here, this part of Jackson Heights is pretty residential. There's some new construction down there. I'm just gonna do a little bit of walking. Or maybe not. There's a little bit quiet here, so let me get on my scooter and we'll head to the more busy section of Jackson Heights, Queens. Wonder what happened here. There's like chunks of stone coming out. I don't know where it could be from though. So this is 31st Avenue and 77th Streets. Let me just prepare myself to start riding, as well as put in a message at the top. Okay, that's done. We're gonna go wide angle for this. I always forget to lock this portion before I close it up. It's a really strange gimbal. It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle you gotta put together. But once you get a hang of it, it collapses pretty quickly. Oh no, this reflective vest might get in the way of the camera lens. That's not good. Let me a little bit. Hopefully the wind doesn't flap it in the way in front. All right, let's put my phone up here so I can see people somewhat while chatting. There's no guarantee I'll be able to see it though, because concentrating on the road is more important. All right, let's wait. Bevy YH said's in the house. Welcome, Bevy. I think she's very close to 1,000 subscribers now. She's a live streamer from the Atlantic coast of Canada. So if you want to see some content from there, feel free to subscribe to her channel. Oh, would help if I turned my scooter on, right? Definitely a lot less bumpy than the bicycle. Let's go on 82nd. 82nd's one of the main streets in Jackson Heights. Yes, Dean, I'm in Jackson Heights, Queens right now. That's exactly where I am. Pretty quiet neighborhood. There's a Bangladesh fish market to my left, a King River Chinese food place to my right, a little mini market. I just ran over a plastic container. All right, right on 82nd Street, there's also a bike route here and a little bit of a hill. Wow, there's starting to be some leaves on these trees now. That's awesome. We got Northern Boulevard coming up. Northern Boulevard is a very busy street. Let's check it out. I don't want to go over to Roosevelt Ave just yet. So let's park the scooter down and go back into gimbal mode, because this area deserves to be walked around. Love to trade 2009. The scooters are so tempting. Awesome is tempting to buy one. You could definitely can buy a scooter. I think it's really awesome. I think electric vehicles are the future. Laurie's good to see me with a walk collab with Hailey Varlick. I think so too. What? This way. There we go. Let me fix the focus. All right. Photos from around New York saying electric vehicles are the future. Yes, absolutely. All right, and with that, I'm back in the walking mode. Let's cross the street. EV, definitely the future. You have Tesla and Lucid stocks for the long term. Well, that's your name. Love to trade 2009. Oh, Lena, I paid I think $5.99 for this scooter, or $6.99. I forget. Esperanza Hair Salon, Parva Bake Shop and Cafe. Let me move this gimbal over a little bit. It still seems the balance is off just a tad. All right, that's better. NY Chick 101, you're right down the street on Northern. Very cool. Love that little child playing with the bubbles. Oh, Lena, the name of the scooter is the Segway 9-Bot Max. I think I'll put a link to it after the stream's over and I update the description. Just Dory's in the house. Welcome, Just Dory. Tom wants a shout out, so you're one of the rare people I shout out when they ask for one. But I love all my viewers. Ryan Rise, we're glad you caught my scooter live stream. Ryan Rise is a YouTuber from Toronto who does scooter videos, especially live streams too. His scooter live streams are really stable. I just use a chest mount for mine. Oh, that was almost a collision. Seba, Cosmo Bell, Paradilias. I rarely go up Northern Boulevard this far, so this is interesting to come by here. Creperia. I'm able to go up Northern Boulevard today because I have my scooter. Whenever I go to Jackson Heights, usually I end by Roosevelt Avenue because it's easier to take the subway from there, the 7 train. But Northern Boulevard is hard to get to the 7 train from here. Certainly a lot of double parked cars on Northern Boulevard. Rachel from NYC, your Q66 bus passes through here every day going to work. Yep, the Q66 bus. That's the one that goes right down Northern Boulevard. Danny's saying real delivery person now. That's another electric scooter. I mean, electric vehicle. That's the Fly e-bike. Cody asking, do you prefer Uber or taxi? I usually don't take either, to be honest. I find car services here to be very pricey for what you get. But if I were to choose one, I think Uber because it's on demand. This place is very good, by the way. Pio, I've been here. You can see there's a long line of people waiting to get in. Very busy place. The chicken here is fantastic. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Kurt FJ, $5. New viewer, keep up the great videos. Appreciate it very much. And here's D Antigua, open for takeout and delivery. Hawks Fan 3, double park is illegal in your hometown. It's illegal here too, but people seem to do it anyway, and they risk getting a ticket if they don't attend to their vehicle in time. Someone else agreeing to me, New York chick, saying POP is really good. Absolutely, you know it. You know it. Here's Latino Bikes, Colombian and Mexican cuisine, food truck. Royalty B, Action K, what a great name, appreciate it. I guess I'll go. I mean, what's wrong with this light? It's been red for a long time. Oh, there, it changed. Laura is saying, are we at 50% capacity for dining? Yes, we are. At least that's what I think the last time I checked. I don't think New York State is going to be open up much further than that from what the headlines say. There's Mama's Empanadas across the street. I haven't tried this Mama's Empanadas location, but the one in my neighborhood of Astoria, that one is fantastic. So if you want a cheap bite to eat, check out Mama's Empanadas. Arepa Colombiana. Check out the prices. Chicken Heaven, Most of them are around like the $10 range. Tacos El Compa. Welcome to Fresh Key Food Supermarkets. Whoa, I just heard some New York City expletives. Just in time for the season. Fresh flowers. It's a nice dog. This is a big supermarket. Store hours 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. 7 days a week. That's a long schedule. Whoa, this is a Denny's. I don't think I've ever seen a Denny's in New York City before. This is the first Denny's I've ever seen in New York City. And it's here in Jackson Heights, Northern Boulevard and 87th Street. I went to Denny's when I went on a car trip down south, and I love the food there, but man, there's a Denny's here in New York City. It's open 24 hours too. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they have the grand opening flags. Free delivery, pickup. Look at that, huh? Denny's now hiring cooks at Denny's too. Love the trade 2009. You thought Denny's was in every city on the planet. Well, not here until now. Here we got Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Sanders on the storefront there. What is this block full of just fast food places? Dunkin' Donuts, Chipotle, and White Castle. This is like fast food corner here in Jackson Heights. White Castle, Chipotle, Denny's, Dunkin' Donuts, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Man. And you know what? The Kentucky Fried Chicken has a drive-thru, and so does White Castle. So if you're in the mood, you can go get drive-thru. Yeah, where is Burger King Vic Lau? That's what I want to know too. They need to add more fast food to this area, right? But White Castle hamburgers. Look at that. Original sack. $6.99 for 10. And they're open 24 hours too. You haven't seen White Castle in ages. Well, there's a few here in New York City. Wow, look at this, some more food options here. Paris Baguette, which I know is a chain bakery, and Red Wing. Red Wing, I'm not sure, I haven't heard of that before. There's a Red Wing in the Bronx also. I hear crickets saying you don't think we have White Castle in New Hampshire. All right. And Red Wing sells shoes. Okay, it's not a food place. It sounded like a food place, but it could also be a shoe place. I can see it with that name. Here's your corner bodega, Northern Food and Grocery. You know what we don't have in New York City is Walmart. Walmart, I don't think is allowed in New York City, or maybe they don't want to open up here. Devin Hayden say you don't think we have White Castle in Florida. If so, you've never seen any. Now that you mention it, when I was down there for the month I was there, I didn't see any White Castles there either. So you're not the only one who doesn't think there's a White Castle in Florida. It probably is not around there. Oh, Karsten 2409 Travel in Florida are German supermarkets, Aldi and Lidl. Well, Lidl opened its first location in New York City in Astoria, Queens. Oh, there goes the first White Castle. Rosalia saying White Castle's opening in Disney Springs later this year. So there it is. Nathan Reyes, yes, I'm well aware of him. Very popular live streamer as well. A much different style of live streaming than me. I tend to not turn my live streams into reality shows. These are more like walkabouts and explorations.
Hey, Action Kid, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
I got you live stream.
Awesome.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I haven't seen you for a while.
All right, take it easy.
See you later.
See ya. Someone shouting me from their apartment. That was pretty cool. Oh, Lidl is the name in German, not Lidl. Yeah, Larry, the trees are in bloom. This is the Bradford pear tree that's very popular around here. And these are the cherry blossom trees. I think this one's called the Yoshino, maybe. And I got a super chat from Bevy, YHZ, $5 Canadian to go towards some snacks after my stream. Thank you, Bevy. Appreciate it. We're going to head towards 94th Street soon. That's a major road in the area. Flexstream asking, have I been to Grant's Tomb? Yes, I've been to Grant's Tomb. Nivea I'm doing very well. This is Jackson Heights, Northern Boulevard and 92nd Street. Rachel from NYC asking if I'm going down Junction. I might. Could be an idea when I get to 94th, hop on my scooter again and head down 94th. It'll turn, I think it'll turn into Junction. Back towards Roosevelt Avenue. Bevy asking if they still film Sesame Street in Astoria. I'm not sure about that. They might. I know they used to in the Museum of the Moving Image area. RGU Jones, $5. He thought it was a Walmart in Valley Stream, Long Island. Not sure though. Yes, right past the border, New York City into Valley Stream, Green Acres Mall, I think. That area, there's a Walmart there. But that's not New York City. Jan Tolsma, €2. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Rachel saying Junction crosses Northern. Yep. Right here. I see it, Junction Boulevard. D-Lines asking why no Walmart in New York City. A lot of politics being played there. That's mainly the reason why. This is a school, I think PS 208, Public School 208. David saying New Yorkers like a Costco. It's always packed in there. Christian Hansen, that's what I find too. People in New York like their independent small business. As do I. I prefer much rather shopping at independently owned mom and pop shops rather than the big box corporate stores. Nice to hear the birds out and singing. KVN MRTNZ saying good Brazilian restaurant coming up on my left. You know what? Maybe we won't go to Junction Boulevard just yet. Just because he mentioned that. I'm sure there's more up there. Laurie wants to know if we could take us to the park with the Unisphere globe to see the cherry blossoms. You know, that may not be a bad idea. It's close by. I can do that. And preferably I can do it before it gets dark because you can see the cherry blossoms a lot better when it's light out.
He got mad in this trip.
So where is this big Brazilian restaurant? I don't see a Brazilian restaurant now, but there's San Diego Pizzeria Restaurant. That's a grand opening. That's really nice. Rebecca AC, You're hoping someday I'll explore Newark cherry blossoms. I already went there, Branch Brook Park. But when I went, only the initial cherry blossom species, most of those were blooming. The other ones weren't yet. Oh, Rachel's saying the Brazilian restaurant's another 10 blocks or so. Okay. What I'll do is I'll hop on my scooter then. I think it's time to get back on the scooter, if it's that far, and I'll head into Jackson Heights, out of Jackson Heights into Flushing Meadows, Corona Park to see the cherry blossoms. That might be a good plan for today. So many flips I gotta do for this gimbal. There we go. That can be stuffed in the pocket. Oh, I got a super chat, Michael Gray, $5 towards dinner or snacks after my stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wait for this car to go. They're definitely driving very slowly. So let's take a look out for that Brazilian restaurant. Up. Trying to travel safely here and not over undertake unless I really have to. Hey, what's up? Someone shouted me out from the sidewalk there. I think she was holding a broom. All right, let's move over to the right a little bit, let some of these faster moving vehicles pass me if they want to. Dominican cake, sweet occasions, that looks awesome. Let's see where this Brazilian place is. Oh, thank you, DJ Lions. $3. Appreciate it very much. Danny, you heard the shout out too. It was pretty loud. She saw me coming by. I still don't see the Brazilian restaurant. It's supposed to be on the left somewhere. There's a place, La Pequeña. That's not a Brazilian restaurant though, at least I don't think it is. I'm just gonna go a little bit slower so I can still look to the left and keep an eye out for it. Well, I still don't see it. Unless that was it. But we're at 111th Street now. Here's Mi Esquina Mini Market. KVN MRTNZ saying right there. Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. I see it. It's huge. Right there, Rue Ranhua, I think it is. It has a green triangle. It's on 108th Street. Okay, I did pass by it. It looks like a supermarket from this side. Bonnie, you heard an ice cream truck. I did too. I did too. Let's cross over here. I don't see the ice cream truck though. Langston saying it's one more street. Yep, I see it right there. When I get to it, I'm gonna take the phone off the chest mount just so I could pan it around. Because this is a pretty large restaurant. It takes up an entire block. Or maybe not, just the spot between 108 and 109. I don't think it goes all the way in. I probably could have walked over to 108 by now. All right, let's go. Okay, here it is. Reinhard's Chu. I don't know how to say that. Churrascaria. This is a huge restaurant. A Brazilian steakhouse. All right, let's take the phone off the chest mount and this place. So this is the place. Reinhard's Churrascaria. Valet parking too. Wow. Let's walk to the end of the block. Me saying you wonder if they import the meat from Brazil. I wonder too. Doctor saying you bet this place is awesome. Well, a few people say that this place is awesome. Man, look how fancy it is in there. There's like a whole setup. Let me zoom in. There's got flowers in the back and fancy lights. Pretty awesome. Randall say you're pricey, you bet? I think so. Tiago, you never heard about this place before? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. There's the ice cream truck, by the way. So this is the spot, Reinhard's Churrascaria. Rusty saying it's good, you ate there years ago. I trust you on that. All right, let's go to Flushing Meadows, Corona Park now. Oh no, I just missed the light. Queen Sign Art Ironworks. KBN saying you're calling the manager so you can let me in, don't leave. No, you don't have to do that, man. I'm on my way to Flushing Meadows, Corona Park already. I don't want to go into the restaurant now. Maybe another time I'll go in with a bigger group of people and dine here. All right, can we go? Red light. Well, it's good I went back to see that restaurant. It's definitely huge. Hopefully I can make it to the cherry blossom trees before it gets too dark. I think sunset is just happening right now. I'm making a right on 114th Street. I'm not heading onto this highway here. Right turn. This person's getting on the highway, Grand Central Parkway. Brian say I'm going to Grand Central Parkway. Nope, I am not doing that. There's some potholes here which are a little bit dangerous. Roosevelt Avenue is just ahead. I'm gonna make a right into Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, and make my way over to the Unisphere area where the cherry blossom trees are. All right, slowing up here because you don't want to be going too fast when there's tight spaces. Just let this driver make the U-turn. They could have made that turn. They didn't need to adjust their positioning like that. Is this car gonna make a right? Nope. Let's go to this side of the street and wait for the light to change. But it's a very busy street. Maz62 NX saying how many miles can I go on the battery power. I usually find it lasts around 25 miles on the fastest setting, the sport mode, going 19 miles an hour. But it's manufacturer rated max speed range is 40 miles. That's in ideal conditions. All right turn into Flushing Meadow Park. That's a nice cherry tree there. Subway shuttle. Is the 7 train running today? Maybe it's not going to Main Street. I know sometimes that's happened before. I have to wait for all this traffic to go first. Thank you, Randall Mattel, for a $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Left. There's some nice flowers around here, and Olmsted Circle, that's full of tulips. Many tulips. Lots of daffodils here. I love visiting parks. These are all the tennis stadiums. The US Open is played here when it's in town. Maybe you're a fan of Roger Federer, you'll see him over here. All right, left turn to where the cherry blossoms are, up here. And since now we're in the park and I don't want to go so fast to hit people, I'm going to dial it down to the economy mode, which is a max speed of 8 miles an hour. But the cherry blossoms in this area are near the I forgot the name of that. The big tents. I used to know it off the top of my head. The World's Fair tent and the observation towers. Cassandra Thompson, thank you for a $5 super chat. Thank you for going to my favorite place in all of New York City. You love Flushing. Tyler, you had no idea there were cherry blossoms here. Oh, this area is known for it. I think these are the earlier blooms of the cherry blossoms. Many of them have shed their flowers already, unfortunately. But we'll probably be able to see some still around. Thank you, Stone Mitchell, for a $10 super chat. Appreciate it. All right, here are the cherry blossoms, or what's left of them. My live stream was like 40 seconds delayed on my chatting phone. Okay, so here they are. Most of them are on the floor now, or on the ground, I should say. Marianne Rose, $4.99. You have great memories of this place. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, Marianne. Thank you. Thankfully, there's still some light left in the day, so you can make out some of these cherry blossoms still, but some of them, like over here, completely shed their flowers. Scritty123, thank you for $10. Been watching your State of Emergency series. This difference in traffic is startling. Thanks for taking us with you. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible how just a year ago we were facing that kind of situation where New York City was very, very quiet and barely anyone around. I'm glad New York City has recovered so far and life is starting to return to the city. Here's a nice shot of the Unisphere with a cherry blossom tree. But yeah, I don't think anyone enjoyed the time back then a year ago when there was so few people roaming the streets. It was very depressing to look at. And I even remember rewatching my Broadway State of Emergency video that I recorded in April, and my tone was just not optimistic at all about New York City's future. Okay. I think there's some more over there by the World's Fair observation tower. Let's ride the scooter over there and see what else is around. I remember I caught I forgot what the name of the performance was, but it was a Japanese drumming performance. It was over here. The group's name was So Daiko. This was about like 3 years ago when I was going around recording more parades and cultural events around the city. Yes, that's right, me Colin, Japanese taiko. But So Daiko was the group's name. They perform all around the city. Leon saying, is my scooter about to die? No way. I still have 4 bars of battery left. That's plenty. And I'm running it on economy mode now because I don't want to go so fast in the park. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is the spot right here. And it smells so great here too. It smells so sweet here. It's like, oh, wow. I wish I could transmit these scents through the internet, but it's amazing. That's the first thing that hits me is the smell. Laurie's saying you wish you could experience that too. It's so wonderful. There we go. I focused it right on the flower there. These over here are the double flowering cherry trees, the Kwanzan trees. They're not ready yet, but once they are, this area is going to be beautiful. And here's some of the petals on the ground here. Here's the World's Fair Observation Towers. Russ B with $20. Action Kid, your videos helped a lot of people stay connected during these crazy times. History will reflect kindly on your work. Thank you, Russ B. You're so nice. I know how important my videos are because so many people have contacted me saying that, you know, it's because of you that I've been able to go out and see New York, and you've captured a time in history that many people were scared to go out and explore. I mean, it's amazing the amount of positive messages I've gotten. Margot Eisenberg, $5. Thank you for the beautiful ride. Your scooter scares me to death. Well, maybe it's my driving. The scooter itself is innocent. But yeah, I could stay here for a long time just admiring this tree and smelling everything in. So I think my plan now is to head over to Forest Hills. Maybe I'll head down to 108th Street and then go down there to Queens Boulevard and Austin Street. Then I can make my way to Elmhurst that way. So let's go there. All right. Let me see, which is the way to Forest Hills? I think, yeah, I know where it is. I gotta go this way. I won't go to 108th Street, it's busy there. I'll just go through the park to Jewel Avenue. Oh, I remember what this was called. I think it was called the New York State Pavilion. That's what it was called. And this was the tent of tomorrow from the 1964 World's Fair. That's what it was. We got some more cherry trees over here. These aren't bloomed yet. Mike K, thank you so much for $4.99. You rock. Appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna need some speed to get up this bridge, so. The economy mode is not going to cut it going up here. We're riding over the Grand Central Parkway now, and this is the Flushing Meadow Lake. All right, now I could dial it down back to economy mode. There's a good amount of people here out by the lake. It's nice to see. There's a group over there barbecuing. That's nice. Let's get a view of that. That's a lot of smoke going there. Wow, that looks good. I see hot dogs over there. Yeah, people saying it's barbecue. Yep, all the barbecue meats, I smell them. It's great. Hopefully this area up ahead isn't flooded. It usually has a flooding problem and it's hard to get past. And if anyone remembers the live stream back in the wintertime, I remember starting off a live stream here and going up this ramp, and it was a sheet of ice going up the entire way up the ramp. I was holding onto the railing, and I was even debating sitting down on my butt and sliding down the ramp. That's how dangerous and slippery it was. Photos from around New York, you remember that? Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna remember that. Yeah, Cafe Logos, you're right, it's flood prone. They've been trying for a long time to fix it. Actually, I could speed up my scooter a little bit. Let's go to the second mode. Drive mode. This one will go 15 miles an hour max. Up. Emergency vehicle this way. Police department. Having the reflective vest helps a lot. I actually didn't think I'll make my way all the way out here when I started this live stream to Flushing Meadow Park, but now that I'm here, I might as well go to Forest Hills. I have a feeling I'm gonna run into a big puddle here. Hopefully I can get around it. Good thing this scooter has fenders. So far, not too bad. That's definitely gonna dirty my scooter on the underside. I'm gonna need to clean it off later. Yeah, a lot of water here. It's really hard for the city to fix this too, because it's already a low-lying area and it's hard to get the water to properly drain. There's another section of the park called Willow Lake, which is down there on the southern side, which is really nice. Warren W, thank you, $4.99. You rock. You rock, dude. And that's as much as I saw. Let me stop and read it. You rock, dude. Keep up the great work. Your inspiration to everybody. Stay safe. Look forward to your many journeys. Buy a coffee. Thank you, man. Rob Parker's riding the subway home. Oh, good to hear that. Hope you get home safe. Doing well now. We got some water over here. The exit to Forest Hills, I think, is over here. Uh-oh, what happened here? Car crash? I hope everyone's okay. Hatzalah Volunteer Ambulance. This is the Jewish ambulance. They responded first. Queens Division. So far, I don't see any damage. Hey. Hi, ice cream truck. Bubbles ice cream from the Powerpuff Girls. Let me turn on my light now because I'm gonna need it. It's dark out. And I just exited the park. All right, let me just make sure I'm going the right way. All right, I am. This is just the longer way around. Okay, Union Turnpike. Perfect. All right. I don't think I've ever been this way before. Oh, here comes a springtime allergy sneeze. Excuse me. Another one. They always come in multiples. Oh, I got a $5 super chat from somebody. I didn't see who it was, but thank you so much for that. Appreciate it very much. That was Marjorie. Glad that you're making us happy with your walks and now riding New York with your scooter. Enjoy some ice cream on me. And Grant 11955. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wow, this is pretty neat. There's a basketball court to the right of me, a playing surface. Wow, playground. Speed bump 15 miles an hour. I'm going 19. I really feel the bumps over there. Oh, someone just floored over there. Do not enter 77th Avenue. Kew Village in Kew Gardens Hills. I never heard of this place before. Kew Village. Lost in Queens, trying to find myself to Forest Hills. I knew I took the wrong exit. Alright, I think I know what that is up there. That's probably Queens Boulevard or Union Turnpike. Big buildings in that direction. Yeah, this is Union Turnpike. Perfect. All right, Queens Boulevard, here I come. Do not enter except authorized vehicles. What? All right. I can't go there? All right. Let's see here. Oh, this is... All right, I think, oh wow. '77th Ave to Main Street, and then wow, I gotta go all the way there just because I can't enter this area. And I can't go through Willow Lake either. Well, I can go to Jewel Avenue. Yeah, let me go that way. Jewel Avenue and make a left. You know what? I went the complete wrong way. Alright. I got this now. I'm not getting lost this time. I knew I made a wrong turn somewhere. But I'm not going onto Union Turnpike over there where all those highways are. Hey, we're back to where I came from. All of that, and I couldn't go there. Oh, back to the bumpy roads again. So what I should have done coming out of Flushing Meadow Park was to make a right instead of making a left, because that would have put me on the right side of Flushing Meadow Park to get to Forest Hills more easily. This way is the back way, and it's not as easy to do it if you're not in a car. Man, I really made a big detour. All right, finally we're back to the place I started from, pretty much. Except now this crosswalk is a pain in the butt to cross. Snowed up, you didn't think I'd get lost in Queens. Well, it could happen. I'm not used to like where the Flushing Meadow Park, all these exits are. When I'm on the streets, it's a lot easier. Yeah, I am gonna make a left, but the issue is I need to wait for the light here because otherwise it's a little bit too dicey. I gotta cross this way and this way. Me, hope the scooter battery will last. I have 3 bars. I think I should be okay because I started off with like 5. And even if I do run out of battery, there's a subway along Queens Boulevard that'll take me closer to Astoria, and I'll be able to ride home there. Actually, I can even get off in Astoria and walk home if I needed to. I don't even need the scooter at that point. Just Hearts, just area can be confusing. Yeah, especially you got highways, parks, this big intersection. It's like crazy. And I was on the right path to Queens Boulevard that way, but that area was just not scooter friendly. You couldn't even walk past it. All right, now we're on the right way. Let's slow up here. All right, good. I'm glad the Hatzel emergency services is gone here now. They were probably able to attend to the situation here. That's good. All right, so this is where I should have gone. And I also need to be careful here because there's an exit ramp here. Now you're gonna see why this area is called Forest Hills. Because of all the topography changes. Good thing I got my reflective vest on, it helps a lot. This dude could have waited a few seconds before overtaking me just to make a right turn. All right, 108, making a left. Steve's saying stay safe. Sarah's saying SUV is greater than scooter. In certain scenarios, in New York City, I prefer the scooter just because it's easier to maneuver. You also can't take an SUV on the subway. Try that, doing that. Randall's saying dusk and dawn are the worst times on the road traveling. Yeah, it could be a little bit dicey at those times. Oh, Chris saying the reflective vest never got in the way of the camera. Great. Great to hear this. Is that a Lambo to my right? No, I didn't see it. Maybe it was parked, but shaky truck. So we're gonna head right to Forest Hills, Austin Street, and checking out the vibe over there. I'll put the camera on the gimbal just so I can walk there. All right. Kevin's saying I might as well go to Austin. That's where I'm headed. Austin Street, Forest Hills. Once I cross Queens Boulevard, I'll put the camera on the gimbal. All right, I have 2.5 bars of battery left. That should be enough to get me back. Way more than enough. All right. Let's slow up and turn the scooter off. I don't need it right now. Scott's saying Boulevard of Doom. It was called the Boulevard of Death for many years, but it's actually been reconfigured very well. It's no longer the Boulevard of Death. The new Boulevards of Death are Northern Boulevard in Queens and also Highland Boulevard in Staten Island. And I think Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn too, they're saying is another Boulevard of Death. So right, we are in business. Here we are, 71st Avenue. Austin Street's known for all the nightlife spots. Lil Teammate, what's the main brand of the scooter? Segway, 9 baht max. Here comes this Sneed. Three sneezes there. I must have gotten all the pollen in the park. And now it's settled down, so now it's affecting me. Cafe Logo is saying lots of accidents on Queens Boulevard. The lights were long, pretty messed up before. Yeah, and also a lot of streets cut across in angles. POV saying you totally understand. All the pollen tore me up later. Tore me up the past few weeks. They gave me a sore throat. Wow, this used to be Buffalo Wild Wings, and now this entire space is available. You see there? No, wait a second, is Buffalo Wild Wings still open? That's Buffalo Wild Wings, but it doesn't look like there's anybody in there. And this is Walgreens. This Walgreens is closed. It's been a while since I've been to Forest Hills to check this out. Tracy's saying Dwayne Reed used to be here. Irina said they're done, the rent was too high. It's sad. I remember going to that Buffalo Wild Wings. I had a friend who used to live near here. I would go there at late night. Paris Baguette. Rachel saying, wasn't that the movie theater? Yeah, people are saying it used to be a movie theater. Kevin saying Austin, not what it was, it's dead now. Well, we'll walk around and check out how it is around here. Seems quiet now. I wouldn't say it's totally dead though. There's still some spots around. Here's cafe, cocktails, and billiards. Help wanted. You would think this place would be busy, and there's a lot of retail around here too. Stinking Licking saying Boston Market. Yep, Boston Market's at the corner of 71st Ave and Austin Streets. Carlos mentioning Verizon. Yep, Verizon's over there. A lot of the good spots, by the way, are on the side streets, just off of Austin Street. Here's Oba Mediterranean Grill. Photos from around New York. Boston Market solid mac and cheese. Absolutely.
You don't get caught, your girl gets caught. The policeman doesn't have to put this body line up and fire.
This place I see gets busy sometimes. Oba. Looks bright in there. There's a Chipotle, which is popular right now. Martha's Country Bakery. Yeah, look at this. Oba is pretty busy. I'm gonna walk up this block because it seems lively on this block here. I don't know what. Oh, it's 70th Road. AgeNYC.com. Narita Japanese cuisine. Carlos saying Pizzeria Uno is gone. There used to be a Pizzeria Uno here. I don't remember that. It used to be back here in the 90s and 2000s. Oh no. Sad to hear that it's gone. Along with Buffalo Wild Wings too. Thank you, Carl Howard, $5. Thank you so much. Gadzooks, looks where you are out among all those ritzy shops. You're going to need money. Thank you, Carl. There's Mocha Asian Bistro, Bangkok Cuisine. Oh, so this Mocha used to be the Pizzeria Uno. All right. Let's go back to Austin Street. Yeah, there used to be Barnes & Noble on Austin Street too. A lot has changed in this neighborhood. 365 Day Walker, thanks for a great walk. Love seeing your city while you're making dinner. Irina saying Bangkok cuisine has great food. Excellent. Kevin say all the places suck. Cuban restaurant there is the best in the neighborhood. Well, the Oba there, people seem to enjoy that one. It's pretty popular. There's also a Vietnamese sandwich place I liked further down Austin Street, not on this side. There's Moho Restaurant and Lounge. T-Swole Crepe. Austin Spa. I used this threading salon before. They're really good. And very reasonable with their prices too. Munch Better, Gula Southern Comfort Bistro. Moho is very popular on Instagram. Yeah, you know, the new trend now is TikTok. I heard many restaurants which are popular on TikTok now have like super long lines. So if you want to look at some good places, check out TikTok. Up. Is this gonna be Rude Lady Blocks FedEx Truck round 2, but with the bus instead? This was one of my most popular videos, by the way. My goodness. There's a T-Mobile here. MK Vision Center. Ayo said you saw the video. You know what's funny? This double park car here is almost exactly at the same place where my over 1 million viewed video of the rude lady blocking traffic for blocks was. I think it was in front of this Target maybe. And the rude lady had a very rude attitude to someone who argued with her to move the car. She was like, "And if I don't, what are you gonna do?" And she just got honked at by the FedEx driver for like a minute straight. I can probably recreate the scene because I've seen it so much. It's kind of funny. I was riding my bike down here, probably with the same mirror setup too. and reflective vest, so it's kind of funny. And it's like, beep, 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 beep. What is your problem? Move the effing car. Wow, burn, idiot. Bam, shut the F up. And it was a, ow. And if I don't, what are you gonna do? And then all of a sudden, the FedEx driver's like, I ain't having none of this, man. Brr, brr. People went crazy over that video. And if you don't, what are you gonna do? I had a lot of interesting comments on that one. Oh, I tell you what I'm gonna do. If I was there, I'd do this to her. I don't condone any violence, by the way, but maybe some more creative ways to get her to move was in order. Might you say I could pass the traffic enforcement right now because of my vest? Just as NYC didn't see that video, but you're gonna see it after this live stream. Alrighty. So I'm gonna head back to Queens Boulevard now. I think I'm actually going to take the subway back closer to where I live, just because I don't really feel comfortable riding my scooter this late on Queens Boulevard the entire way. So this will be a little bit safer for me. Plus, I also like how this station has an elevator. But this is Queens Boulevard. I think this used to be called Hoffman before it actually got its name, Queens Boulevard. But don't quote me on that. I used to know the old name of Queens Boulevard over here. Scott's saying it takes forever with the lights on Queens Boulevard. Also helps that the express train stops here, so it will work out a lot better. Rob's saying I'm a block away from your building. Very cool. You know all the good spots around here. This is the post office building, by the way. Very grand. Jeremy, this is Forest Hills. So far in this live stream, I went to Jackson Heights, North Corona, Flushing Meadow, Corona Park, Kew Gardens Hills, and Forest Hills. Oh wow, this is our first encountering with New York City scaffolding in this live stream. You didn't think I was gonna encounter scaffolding in this live stream? Well, you're wrong. Scaffolding is everywhere. Nancy saying Queens is your favorite borough in New York. Definitely a very lively borough, as we saw tonight, all the places we went to. Oh, you're recommending Red Mango here? Yeah, Red Mango, awesome spot. It's a chain store though, but they got good stuff. It's a frozen yogurt place.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think we're.
Yogurt and smoothies. Red Mango. Angela's saying there might not be an express on Sunday. Well, if it's local, then it's still okay. Just gotta wait a little bit longer, that's all. The elevator is right here, so I am in luck. Anyway, folks, I'm going to end my live stream right here. Thanks for joining me tonight. If you enjoyed the live stream tonight, please smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Good evening, folks. Good day. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Stay safe.